Okay, so we've got to talk about Magic the Gathering because this SpongeBob SquarePants crossover is literal proof of the degradation of the game. The fact that it has no identity anymore, that it isn't Magic the Gathering. I don't talk about it a lot on the channel anymore because, frankly, the videos never really perform all that well. But that being said, anyone who knows me and has been watching my channel for a while knows that it is my favorite game. In fact, it was the inspiration behind my channel, talking about D&D and MTG and wotc. And there's no other way to put it. This is an utter disgrace. So welcome back to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idle, and yeah, we're gonna go over this article from The Gamer about Magic the Gathering reveals its SpongeBob SquarePants secret lair, and then we're gonna go through what people are saying about it on X, which will only further my point that real Magic the Gathering players bounced long ago, and these are just terminally online memers playing the game now, which is the reason for the cultural degradation of the game itself. So we're going to get into it before we do hit that subscribe button. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news nearly every day, and stick with me through this brain rot, because I'm going to need y'all's support, your emotional support, in the comments down below. Magic the Gathering has shown its next Universes Beyond set secret lair and long-awaited crossover with Nickelodeon SpongeBob SquarePants. Who asked for this? When did y'all get into Magic? Some of you may have been playing since Alpha 93. Some of you may have not got into the early 2000s, the 2010s, whatever it may be. However, whenever you got into Magic, did at any point you have the thought, did it ever occur to you, go like, Magic is cool and all, but you know what we need? We need some Nickelodeon crossovers. Who cares about Shiv and Dragon? No one needs Jace. What we need? Patrick Star. 3 drops are coming on March 25th, focused on the characters from the show, the lands of Bikini Bottom, and even one devoted to the many memes the series has spawned over the years. Yes! This is Magic the Gathering has become, it is a game for terminally online they-them memers. That's what it is. There's one section of the set is literally just dedicated to the memes that SpongeBob has spawned. Now look, I don't really care if you like or don't like SpongeBob. Fair enough. Have your opinion on it. But does it have a place in Magic the Gathering? And even if it, we still that additional thought. I'll get to it in a bit. Let's just keep going with the article. As revealed by Collider, the secret lair across SpongeBob SquarePants drops will cost $29.99 each for the regular edition, or $39.99 for foil. So yes, for $40 you can get foil SpongeBob Magic the Gathering cards, which, by the way, even if you are excited about this set, you still shouldn't buy, because the foil cards, when you buy from Secret Lair, always come damaged, because they care so little about the quality of their product that every time you purchase them, they are not sealed properly, and they're all bent. I have never once, but this is one of the reasons I stopped buying Secret Lair, even before I thought the Magic the Gathering's identity was being completely and utterly destroyed. I've gotten a few Secret Lairs. Always get the foil version, because your boy want to bling out his deck, just saying, like, oh, yo, this deck is blinged. And they're always damaged. You have to buy these special airbags, try and flatten them out. Even then, it still doesn't fully and completely work. You could end up damaging your cards, damaging them further, trying to flatten them out yourself. It is insane. Like, the moisture bags, they work, they're great, but you shouldn't have to buy a third-party product, because Wizards of the Coast can't do their goddamn job right and put the love and care into the creation of these cards that keeps them from curling in transit because they use cheap materials. But again, that's neither here nor there. Secret Lair across SpongeBob SquarePants Legends of Bikini Bottom. The first drop is a bumper crop of legendary creatures, each reskinned for one of the denizens of Bikini Bottom. And that's the thing, these aren't even original cards. And to be fair, that's been done before. The Walking Dead cards, they weren't original. The Godzilla ones weren't original. What they did is they took existing Magic cards and just reskin them with whatever the new art or whatever is. So you got SpongeBob, which is Joda the Unifier. Joda, really busted ass commander, by the way. Great card. You know what? If I'm gonna play a Joda deck, I'm gonna use the goddamn Joda art, not SpongeBob. What else you got here? You got, Mr. Krabs. Y'all want to build a Mr. Krabs deck based on Charik's Raging Isle, or Plankton, Tiny, Tyrant, Squidward, Sarcastic Snob, or Gary the Snail, who is a Toxrill reskin. Toxrill, one of the most busted commanders in the fucking game. These aren't even, and for all y'all that like Magic the Gathering for its art, you know what? There's been, again, I loathe crossovers. I think it is costing Magic the Gathering its identity. But there have been some decent ones, to be fair. The Godzilla crossover, you know what? I can actually see the Godzilla creatures existing within the realms of Magic the Gathering, because they're giant beasts, and Magic has a lot of giant kaiju-esque creatures. So you know what? All the art was original. This is literally just shots from the show redrawn to have a slightly more artistic look to it, so it doesn't look like a fucking 1990s low-budget Nickelodeon show. But even though this art is crap, so they couldn't even do good original art like they did for Godzilla, or like they did for the, what was the mangaka that did Uzumaki? I'm blanking on his name. But the point is, one of the most famous horror manga author of all time, they did a crossover set with his art, and, yeah, it looked fantastic. The Dungeons and Dragons art was, when they did their crossover, was fantastic. The Street Fighter art was fantastic. This SpongeBob one gives such a little damn, they couldn't even give you legitimately good magic art. The star here is weirdly Gary the Snail. Yeah, I already talked about that. Gary is, he's a busted-ass commander. Secret Lair across SpongeBob SquarePants. Internet sensation. It's literally just the memes. These ones don't even have original art. Alright, these ones, the art might just be taken from the show, but at least they redrew it to give it some sort of an artistic flair. The meme section is literally just PNGs of the memes from the show. It's not redone in any way, shape, or form. This is ridiculous. And then you look at the lands. Secret Lair, SpongeBob SquarePants lands under the sea. The ever-present Secret Lair drop of basic lands is here, with 5 full art cards following Gary as he explores Bikini Bottom. And yeah, these are shit too. This is your plains, this is your island, this is your swamp, this is your mountain, and this is your forest. By the way, what are you doing? Again, these are just like shots from the show, or again, if they are redone, it's still cheap and not Magic the Gathering looking. But you want to know the bitch of the bunch? You want to know the real problem? Twitter eating this shit up. They love it because they're not real Magic the Gathering fans. Star City Games, one of the kings of the competitive Magic the Gathering scene, one of the third-party kings, event organizers, sell merch, put on tournaments, the whole nine. These go hard. Ton of cards just dropped from the Secret Lair like SpongeBob SquarePants Legends of Bikini Bottom. Bro, shill. Straight up shillin'. First look at SpongeBob Magic the Gathering card set, dropping on 3/24. Again, alright, sneak peek at the upcoming card set. Where are people bitching about this? Because this isn't good. What has happened to Magic the Gathering? I'm a little disappointed in the SpongeBob cards. I was hoping for something a bit more unique. Some of the art, like the lands, look good, but others is just ripping an image from the show, slapped on an existing card, profit, nothing original added. You know what? You should be pissed off that this exists at all, but at least you have the correct complaint if you are going to be excited. If for whatever reason you were so busted in the head, you were so mentally ill-equipped to handle Magic the Gathering, that you do for whatever reason find this to be an interesting crossover, at least you're bitching about the unoriginal bullshit art. Guys, we are talking about what is the most complicated competitive card game ever created. And that's not me making it up. That's just a factual statement of the mechanics of Magic the Gathering. Who is this for? This is not for the people that have spent hours upon hours deck teching and spending money to go to tournaments and trying out different builds and getting together with their friends at Friday Night Magic, or coming over to people's house and throwing down some tabletop. You've got some you got some house rules or whatever. Maybe everybody throws $5 in the hat, winner take all tournament style. Like, the people that care and love and cherish this game, this isn't for you anymore. This is for the people that are gonna want to, oh, well, it's just a Secret Lair, Leon. It's just a collector's edition thing. Exactly, it's a collector's edition thing. So again, people are gonna come in, they're gonna buy this, they're gonna sit on it for years, they're gonna try and resell it later, so those guys, oh, there's that resale value. You guys remember that unique, interesting, cool SpongeBob SquarePants set? No, we don't. No one gives a fuck. At least no real players give a fuck. But again, real players aren't the ones buying this. Hell, real players aren't even the ones playing anymore. Like, they're also doing a Spider-Man Secret Lair set, and you know what? I disavow that as well. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero of all time, but you know what? If I wanted Spider-Man, I would watch Spider-Man or read Spider-Man comics. So guess what? Marvel has had other trading card games. I don't want Spider-Man in Magic the Gathering. I play Magic the Gathering for Magic the goddamn Gathering. What about this? I'll admit, the SpongeBob crew choosing all the meme famous images straight up was on point. Touche MTG Secret Lair. Force of Despair. And look, it's a fucking meme card. They're all meme cards for that point of the, wait, this is real? This isn't a bit? There's just a bunch of SpongeBob memes and Magic? I never want to hear anyone talk shit about Yu-Gi-Oh! Art again. I used to talk so much ridiculous shit on Yu-Gi-Oh! I used to be a straight hater, bro. I drank that Yu-Gi-Oh! Hater raid. Loved the anime, but when it came to the game, nah, bro, that was some kiddie little, like Weenie Hut Jr. bitch-made bullshit. Magic the Gathering, that was for adults. Nope, fuck that, bro. Feral Imp, Celtic Guardian, Summon Skull, all that goes good goddamn harder than what we're getting with this absolute bullshit. I swear to God, MTG Secret Lair, if this isn't the extra card in the SpongeBob lair, I'm gonna be disappointed. And they've got this legendary artifact here. Like, oh, it should be the special. Ha ha ha. You stupid fuck. Does this read like an actual Magic fan to you? Like, do these look like Magic cards? What is going on? Magic the Gathering has lost its identity. It is not for Magic players anymore. When you're trying to do these crossovers with Hello Kitty and Transformers and Godzilla and Final Fantasy and Fallout, I'm a massive Fallout fan. I love Final Fantasy, but again, if your selling point is look at all these other IPs, not look at Magic, it's proof your brand is dead. People aren't buying Magic for Magic. They're buying it because it's become the goddamn Fortnite of trading card games. And it's sickening. It's disgusting. Magic the Gathering was the very first IP that ever took Wizards of the Coast / Hasbro over that $1 billion mark. And yeah, I get everyone loved the Lord of the Rings set. This is the most upset about a Magic the Gathering product I've been since probably Black Aragorn, because that was an absolute destruction of lore and what it means to be a Tolkien fan when he's played Magic the Gathering. Also, the Lord of the Rings set was one of the most boring drafts I've ever experienced in Magic the Gathering. But again, look, the Lord of the Rings set did immeasurable damage to Magic the Gathering. We had crossovers before. Again, there was the Walking Dead crossover before. There was the Godzilla crossover. There was the Street Fighter one. But Lord of the Rings, they made an event out of. It was the very first crossover that was ever tournament legal. They had commander sets. They had booster boxes. They had draft sets. They had fucking everything. And it has been the standard going forward. I mean, it is insane the amount of damage that the Lord of the Rings set did. But you know what? More than anything else, it brought in non-Magic fans. What did they do? They bought the Lord of the Rings stuff because they were Lord of the Rings fans. Why? Because they're collecting it. They didn't continue to play the game. They're not going to continue to play the game. They bought it because they wanted the Lord of the Rings stuff. They want to put it on their shelf, their wall behind them, have the little display, this, that, and the other, whatever. And they're just going to keep it there. And it didn't actually add new players. There's not anyone that's going out like, oh man, I got into Magic the Gathering with the Lord of the Rings set that are now going to the tournaments and being on the road to become the next pro player. Same goddamn thing for Fallout or the upcoming Final Fantasy or any of these. You're bringing in people from these other IPs, and sure, they might buy the commander decks, they might get some of these secret lair drops or whatever, but if they're not actually functionally moving the game forward in terms of buying additional cards, doing going to the tournaments, interacting with the community, then what's it matter? Oh, right, it doesn't matter. You just want to make money because you're Hasbro, because you're Wizards of the Coast, because you're greedy fucks. You don't pay attention to the culture, you don't pay attention to the popular zeitgeist, and you good goddamn well don't pay attention to your actual fans. What the fuck are we supposed to do with a SpongeBob SquarePants Magic the Gathering crossover? What were we supposed to do with the Monty Python crossover? It is sickening, and I'm done. I mean, I might not even go to tournaments. I literally mean this. I may not go to tournaments anymore. I haven't been going to them a lot lately anyway because I've been putting so much effort and focus into YouTube, and like Magic is such a time-dedicated thing that you really need to make that your main focus. I've tried to juggle YouTube and Magic for the longest time, and unless you're a Magic the Gathering-oriented YouTuber, it's nearly impossible to do. But at this point, whatever. My homie comes down to visit, you know, who I haven't seen in a while, and he and I grew up playing Magic together. All right, we're going to break out the decks. We're going to play some games. But beyond that, man, I don't know. This literally might be the nail in the coffin for me. I already stopped buying sealed product years ago, and I only buy third-party from my buddies, from my local game store. I buy singles and whatnot. So you already lost me as a customer when it came to sealed product, but now you're just losing me on the culture of Magic the Gathering in general, because the culture of Magic the Gathering doesn't exist anymore. It's Fortnite the card game, and I'm fucking sick of it. But these are just my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below, or let me know on X, where you can find me at Bolt the Word. And please do subscribe. I am a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news nearly every day. Not always about Magic the Gathering, in fact, rarely about Magic the Gathering, since these videos don't usually perform well, but I had to get this off my chest. But usually about anime, movies, video games, you name it. Check me out on Instagram at wordsofparadise_Leon, and become a member for $4.99 a month. You can join the Discord, choose the articles I go over on a day-to-day basis, choose the videos I react to on my Friday night live streams, and of course, get involved with over 150 other vital idols. We are a bright, beautiful, glowing, vibrant community that I cannot wait to grow even further, because we do care about diversity. But only one kind of diversity of thought. If that's interesting to you, join the Discord, hit subscribe, and until next time, it is all here in the Nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise.